Welcome, travelers. Today I bring you a story of battle, adventure, dragons, and maybe even romance.
It seems my travels with you are bearing fruit. Thank you.
Join me, and we shall unravel the unknown together. Alright, today we're going to be playing as Arneas Goldfield. We're going to be doing a merchant run, so not really a lot of armor. We're going to be buying real estate and setting up businesses. Haven't seen a lot of people do this, so let's go. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start at the beginning, in jail.
Lokir or Brorikstead? You there.
Yes?
Step forward.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Who are you?
Arneas, of course. Who else would I be?
He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to High Roof. Follow the captain, prisoner.
We've all seen this before, so we're just gonna fast forward from here. And
Looks
there
like he's
we
gone
are.
for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. The closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up.
Now, with the quest in hand, we took Hadvar's advice and we set off. On our way to Riverwood, we came across this building, but seemed like there were too many enemies there, so we ran. Now, eventually we came across this mage that seemed like an easier fight, but she did put up a pretty good battle. Now, luckily I came across some potions earlier in the castle, or we probably would have lost here, to be honest. Eventually we got her down, and we looted all her gear. After that, we headed into the cabin. To be honest, there wasn't much in this cabin to take with us, but we did find a skill book. After we gained a skill point, we went to sleep and we used our level up. And I put it into health. Now all that's left was to head into Riverwood. And eventually we came across it, but before going in to talk to Hadvar's family, we seen the potential to gain a new slave. A bodyguard.
Boo! You stink!
Did I see you talking to Sven?
Ew, why?
He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Maybe Camilla needs a little help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's cleverness perfectly. All right.
So you're probably wondering about this giant portal in the background. Now this is called the Void Armory. I wouldn't use it till much later in the run because it costs 100k to get inside, plus 100k per an item. So forget about it for now. Next we headed into the blacksmith and we talked to Hadvar and his uncle.
Sigrid, we have company.
Ain't every day we get
Yeah,
pissed.
can I take some items?
Of course. But what's all this about?
You know,
What
just
are
the
you
end
two
of the
doing
world.
here?
After liberating them of a few items, we accepted the quest and we headed out.
We need to get word to Jarl Balgruff in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
We headed into the Riverwood trader to sell a few things, made some gold, then headed out. But we noticed this wanted poster outside and we picked it up. Then it was time to head out. Or it would have been if we didn't forget to turn in the quest with Camilla inside. So we ran back in and did that.
You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore.
Yes, now we could proceed with the final parts of our plan and secure our new bodyguard Findale.
Tell me as soon as you've given Camilla the letter. I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill.
like taking candy from a baby.
Lead the way.
With that, we had accomplished everything we needed to in Riverwood, and it was time to head towards Whiterun. But we were greeted with a surprise on the way.
You there? Hold fast. I'd like a word with you.
Yeah, what do you want?
I've been waiting for someone of your distinction to come along for a while now. Actually, perhaps I better introduce myself before I start requesting your help. I'm Leilana, of Clan Voltara. After years of being bound to our estate, my father has finally allowed me to travel freely across Tamriel.
And?
I am required to have a protector accompany me. You seem worldly enough.
What's your point?
Perhaps I would like someone to take me to see Skyrim's glories. I know that's a bold pitch. Allow me the opportunity to address any concerns.
As long as you'll work without pay, you're accepted here, traveler.
So, you've made your decision then?
Yes, hurry now. Let's hit the road.
I would be delighted to.
And just like that, we had a second bodyguard, Leilana the Mage. Between her and Findel, it looked like we'd be pretty secure along the road. So we set off to go visit the mines our father had left us in his will before passing. May Mara bless his soul. We had made it through the intro, and now our plan was starting to take root. We were going to use this mine to turn iron into gold, then gold into jewelry, and jewelry into money. So, we headed in, and we immediately got to work. Now, while we were mining, we noticed Leilana gave us a perk that boosted our speech and 5% increase to all our skills, which worked great for the run. With that, we were ready to head out, but we almost died immediately leaving the building.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Lightning at the ready.
No. Go, come on, Leilana. Thank you.
I'll try out that new spell.
You go, girl. Let's just say they didn't disappoint. Eventually, we got to Whiterun, and with a little bit of wordplay, we were able to get past the guards.
It rivals our estate back home.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
There's a dragon attacking Helgen.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
But before we seen the Jarl, we had to melt down some bars. Now this was going to be the meat and potatoes of the run, but we were missing some. So we headed off to find the Transmute spell. And we came across the Halted Stream camp. Now we weren't good at combat yet, so we kind of just ran around and let our companions and our summon finish everything off. And this is why we chose Breton as our race, just so we could have this familiar. We headed inside and we finished off all the enemies in the entrance and then looted all the ore we could before heading into the main part.
You shouldn't have stopped.
I had the genius idea to use the fire traps on the roof, and it made this fight a breeze.
I'll skin you alive.
Always good to come out on the winning side.
Now we claim our prize, the Transmute spell, which will let us turn iron into silver and silver into gold.
Nice.
While clearing out the cave, we ran into a Khajiit outside, and he had a proposition for us.
Please allow me to explain my encroachment. First of all, my name is Shakar. I work for an organization known as the East Empire Trading Company. This area I was busy surveying. Some items you had to leave behind, yes?
Yeah, what's your point?
This is why I approached. In short, if you want to gather and then store all the items you wish to take from a place such as this, Shakar can ensure collection and delivery of all these items. May the sands beneath your feet be forever warm.
These relics would now allow Jakar to loot the caves that we clear out. We did almost die here, but we got pretty lucky. We put the relic he gave us to good use, then we started transmuting ore as we headed back to Whiterun.
Hello to you. I have sent couriers to retrieve your items.
A cool little detail is we actually seen the couriers coming to the cave as we were running home. I don't know, I just thought that was cool and kind of immersive. And now day one was in the bag, so we headed inside to get some rest. And with a new day at hand, the world was our oyster. So we went to the East Empire trading camp right in front of the mines, and we asked the merchant to put some of our stuff up in the shop. This was a pretty cool feature that came with this mod.
It is good to see you again. I'm glad to see you making use of my service. I hope everything is to your satisfaction.
It appears everything is here.
Ah, wonderful. Before you take your leave, there is one more thing. I've a business associate.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
A courier came with a letter and said we could purchase the cabin we had stole from the mage earlier.
All right then.
We were making great progress, but we headed to Solitude so we could steal ourselves a good weapon.
First time to Solitude? Beautiful old city.
We didn't waste any time once we got there. We headed straight to the blacksmith so we could steal a secret bow. These were definitely in-game items, so it was really cool to get them this early. We stopped outside and grabbed some bolts from the lady who was selling them, and then we stopped and had a cool little dialogue with Leilana.
Good day. Skyrim's capital, Solitude. I've wanted to visit here ever since I read about it at a young age. It certainly lives up to my expectations. Magnificent architecture, weathered by time, yet so modern. I can't wait to see where we'll end up next.
We talked to Quorum before we left to finish up the East Empire quest.
Ah, yes. Hello to you.
Yeah, Shakar asked me to speak to you.
Oh. So you're the one Shakar spoke of in his latest correspondence. You see, the East Empire's position in Skyrim is tenuous. Officially, I'm not even sure we're But if we had the approval to do business directly from a Jarl, we'd then be free to expand our activities within each hold.
I understand.
Very good. I wish you luck. That ring marks you as someone empowered. Speak on our behalf.
With that, we were officially representatives of the East Empire Trading Company, so we headed back to Whiterun.
Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit.
After meeting with the Jarl, we accepted his quest and headed back into the city.
This interruption?
You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Go to Bleak Falls Barrow.
find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber.
All right.
While headed to the main gate, we came across Katya.
What makes you the boss?
And with just a few threats, she was ours.
My name is Katya.
And we took the carriage to Fall Creek so we could buy our new cabin.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Fall Creek, my boy.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
That will wrap up day 3 and send us into day 4.
I can appreciate a consistent approach, but Fault Creek takes it.
I'm the steward here. I serve under Jarl
Just
Sid.
here for the house.
Splendid! There's a
We
house
bought
up
our
here.
cabin and we
Wonderful.
headed out into the wild. The goal was to start the Bitter Cup quest and get an upgrade to our Transmute spell. So we took the Altar of Fortune and laid down and rested. Once we woke up, we headed into Riverwood and we spoke to Lode so he could give us some logs to help build our cabin.
And you doing some building, eh? I'll have them hauled over right.
After grabbing some iron from the blacksmith, we headed towards the cabin. And all that was left was to put her together. And I will say, she came out pretty nice. Now with these garden plots, and the ones we would acquire later next door, we would begin to start our potion empire. Now we finally had our first home, so we rested in the bed and headed into day 5. When we woke up, we headed straight to Markarth so we could finish the quest we started.
Markarth? Some say it was built by the...
Now our quest was to go in here and pickpocket a high elf and use the item to frame his companion so he wouldn't have a guard when we robbed him.
Let's take a look.
And this was definitely the coolest part of the quest. I got to dress up as a courier and I even got to use his dialogue.
Looks important.
I've been looking for you.
Of course.
Got something to deliver, your hands only.
Now, go away. Perhaps there's something you wish to confess.
Finally, we caught him alone at his house, disposed of him, and took all of his riches. The cool part about this quest, you get the Master Transmute spell, and you get a bunch of enchanted gear.
Are we being followed?
And we made sure to grab everything. All the money, all the gems, all the enchanted gear. And especially what we came for, the Master Transmute spell. This spell was important because it allowed us to turn iron straight to gold for the same amount of mana. Then we swung by Cold Kegger Mine and killed all the enemies outside so we could head inside and then loot all the gold.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Once we cleared out all the enemies, the gold was ours for the taking. And boy was this place loaded. Since the Lover's Stone was right around the corner, we went and grabbed that so we could get more XP. And we made sure to turn in the quest before we headed out of there so we could get a little extra gold.
Pablo and I had to
We're
fight
the
our
only
way
ones
out.
left. You drove them all. Thank you. We'll head back to work right away. Take this. It's the least I can do.
After that, it was straight to Morthal so we could gather ingredients for
Climb and
expensive
back, and we'll
potions.
be off. Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
Once we got to Morthal, we looted all the fungal pots we could find.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Then we caught a ride to Winterhold, and we talked to the Jarl, and that shot us straight into day 6.
You have my attention. This one's a favorite of mine. And by all means, go about your business.
Now we are free to operate in Winterhold if we wanted, but we didn't really want to. We did get some good dialogue from Leilana though.
So this is Winterhold. It may not look like much now, but I have read that this was a prominent city back in the day. The very few locals may dislike it, but the college is a sight to behold, and it keeps this place on the map. It seems my travels with you are bearing fruit. Thank you.
We took the opportunity to melt down all the gold we had been transmuting. Between the Loverstone and Leilana, we were getting a huge XP boost, so we used it to gain smithing levels. And with that, we had gotten to level 7, but we sat on the perk points for now. Now we could head to Whiterun, fill our planters, and begin our potion empire.
And we'll be off. I can't wait here forever.
So my footage was corrupted, but we ended up taking the cabin right next to this one, and then filled both planters and collected the ingredients and started making potions so we could level up. And finally, we used the levels that we had been stockpiling this whole time. And we mainly focused on archery for now, but we did do a little speech and enchanting. We focused on juniper berry, canis root, and fungal pods, which would make a really strong poison. Next, we went to Solitude so we could talk to Corinne.
We'll now be able to build a camp within Winterhold's borders, expanding our operations. But this is just the start. We need the blessing of more.
After that, back to Whiterun to melt down more bars so we can make more jewelry. Then we went to the trader and sold what we could.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Now we could talk to the Jarl and expand our empire into Whiterun.
May the gods, let's hear the rest of it.
Here, take this bribe and let me do my thing.
Honest gold for honest work. Very well, I'll make the arrangements.
Then we went and talked to Shakar and had a business meeting with the team.
Whiterun, Winterhold, wherever. As long as the East Empire has an outpost established, you can have the items sent to there. Or if you'd prefer, you need not indicate any location. In which case, the items will be transported to the nearest outpost instead, just as before. Keep up the good work and we shall all benefit.
We ended the night with some mining to replenish our iron stock. And now our plans were finally starting to come together. We had a consistent iron supply that we could now reliably turn into gold, and we had the East Empire Trading Company to help us with distribution. Not to mention, we had 3 bodyguards that even boosted our stats. Now all we needed to do was secure more mines to get more iron ore. So we cleared a few dungeons and placed a few relics to claim the mines. We also had a really good loop where we would get a lot of ingredients to turn into expensive potions. And this is the honeydew cabin that I had secured right next to the other cabin I bought. Now that was the first week wrapped up. From there we kind of just continued with the loop, gathering ore and ingredients, and then selling them at the merchant.
My sister Camilla or I will be happy to help you. Take a look.
We used the spare time to claim more caves so we would get more materials from the East Empire Trading Company. By day 10, Shakar had came to us with this message.
It is you. I have news to share. A trade outpost of ours has become more established. This is a good thing. Greater stability means greater chance for trade. I can now sell the items you send me at an increased value, which means more gold for you. Keep doing what you're doing out there.
Now, we were tired of being alone, so we spent day 11, 12, and part of 13 going around to get an amulet of Mara and then finding ourselves a wife.
Wonderful. Mara, we also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples. Yes, if you were ready.
And of course, we chose
Is
Yolanda.
that an amulet of Mara? I'm surprised someone like you isn't spoken for. Well, yes, why wouldn't I be? Are you interested in me?
Of course, you a baddie, clock it.
It's settled then. Brief as life can be in Skyrim, at least we'll have each other.
Then we had to go buy our wife a
Here's the
new
key
house.
to your new home. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's
And day 14, we jumped the broom with Yolanda. We were no longer a single man.
In love, now and forever.
I do. Now and forever.
Do you agree to be bound together in love, now and forever?
I do. Praise
Under the
Mara.
authority of Mara, the divine of love, I declare this couple to be wed. I present the two of you with these matching rings, blessed by Mara's divine grace. May they protect each of you in your new life together.
Hello, my love. Back from some adventure, I bet.
But we secretly murdered the innkeeper so Yolanda could take over. What, you didn't think I was doing this for love? No. We just wanted to own our first shop.
Come on in. Just stoked the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out. Farewell.
We started day 15 by talking to the Jarl of Falkreath and expanding.
Yes? What is it that you want? While the idea seems dubious, I thank you for your kindness. Come and see me again sometime.
Getting a little
This would be
bored, boss.
detrimental to increasing our ore shipments. Next, we visited Pine Watch Forge, right outside of Falkreath, which would allow us to buy a blacksmith and even hire someone to run it for us. So we quickly ran back and purchased that from Ninya, and then proceeded to our house in Riverwood. After grabbing all the ingredients we had been growing, we used it to make some pretty expensive potions we could sell later. Then we finally went and cleared out Embershard Mine so we could claim it for ourselves and get more ore. Since we had a reliable stock of potions and jewelry, I thought it was time to change it up. So we're gonna head towards Solstheim and do some quests. But first we talked to Jakar.
We now have the infrastructure to start exploiting the natural resources of the locations you have cleared. Materials that were previously unobtainable can now be extracted. And of course, of this you shall get a cut.
And now the East Empire Trading Company would gather the ore from the mines and bring them to us. After that, we headed towards Solstheim and booked the
Still
ship.
interested in heading over there?
Yes, here's your money.
You've got yourself a ship. We'll cast off immediately.
Now the reason we came to Solstheim was to gather the black books. There were some really good perks you could get from them, and even a secret merchant.
Well, here we are.
We also wanted to try this quest that we had picked up in Riverwood that was a creation I had bought for this run.
Keep moving.
So first we gathered information at the local inn. See if we could track down our bounty. Then we tried to get some rest before we headed out, but we ended up getting kidnapped in our sleep. So we took this opportunity to go get our first black book, which was nearby. And this book would allow us to have an increase in enchanting level, which would make our gear sell for more. Clearing the cave was pretty easy, but when we got to the final boss fight, we seen how underleveled we were. Good thing I had a couple people with me, so we could gang up on him and slowly wither down his health. Now this was a really close call, but I finally mustered the strength and finished him off with the final blow.
Got it!
We were able to get some pretty good armor for our companion, but the mask wasn't worth it because she used shock and not ice. So we just went to the Black Book and got that started.
So, another seeker after knowledge enters my realm.
And of course we just cheesed it, but we did find a master flamethrower spell, which was pretty cool. And then we claimed our perk. Now the effect of this perk says a 10% decrease to all magic, but there also is a secret effect that allows you a 10% increase to enchantment. After that, it was a short run to our next Black Book, so we made haste get in there and then swiftly cleared out the cave. And here's where we encountered a pretty big problem in the run. There was a lurker that was stuck behind a gate and we couldn't progress until we fixed it. So we had to run around a couple days and basically find gear to boost our mana so we could kill it. And here's that footage. And finally we can claim our prize. Now this was essential for the run. This is called the Black Market, which allows us to summon a merchant each day with 2,000 gold on him, which comes in really handy. Finally we ran back to Raven Rock so we could finish the bounty hunter quest we started. But on the way we ran into Captain Naloth and we saved him from a few zombies.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive. I wish I could have said the same for my man here. We were searching the farm when the ash spawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see.
He gave us a quest we would use later.
I need you to head out to Fort Frostmoth and check it out. I'm gonna head back to Raven Rock.
Now something really cool happened. This creation spawns in a dragon. So even if you don't start the main quest, you can still end up fighting this dragon, and I was even able to absorb its soul, letting me learn the cyclone shout that I had learned earlier. We grabbed what we needed to finish the quest, and then we headed out. But on our way to our next destination, we ran into this guy, and he gave us a proposition.
The name's Rollis. I've got a financier waiting for me back on the mainland. Sent me here in the interests of obtaining some rare antiquities. But this whole thing became a disaster. We could sort out the details of our little arrangement later. Do you have the gold? Pleasure doing business with you, partner. I'll see you soon.
Finally, we tracked down our bounty, cleared the camp, and then looted him for his gear. And he had a lot of good stuff for increasing merchant pricing, which we'd end up wearing for the rest of the run.
What's next?
Then it was to the Frost Fort, so we could get the champion's cutlass and the best enchantment in the game. But here's how I looked in my drip. I thought it was quite nice. Now, we had accomplished everything we wanted to in Solstheim, but there were a few easy quests we could take care of. So we headed to the mines so we could get the final black book of the run.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Cretius, last
Who
time
in
you
the
explored
blazes
the
are
mine,
you?
almost fell
Can't
to
you
your
see I'm
death.
busy?
I'm not spending the rest.
Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot.
We quickly ran through the dungeon, got to the end, and then we used some stealth archery to finally knock down the boss. And his gear was actually really useful to us because we could give the mask to Leilana so she could increase her lightning spells by 50% in
Ever
damage.
onwards.
And lastly, we went and gathered the black book, which gave us a 10% boost to speech. Not much, but it works for the run. And with that, we were now heroes of Raven Rock.
Raven Rock has become a significant colony of the Dunmer people again. I've been able to convince my superiors at House Redoran to send me the resources that they've been denying, now that we're deemed more important. Soon, we'll have a steady supply of workers and materials to keep things going for years to come.
So we took the opportunity to expand the East
really
Empire
say.
Company.
Anything you can contribute to Raven Rock will be greatly appreciated.
But of course, that somehow still wasn't
I'm
enough.
sorry to bother you, but Second Counselor Rano asked me to come find you. He said it's quite urgent.
I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Netch Corner Club.
In time.
I hope Geldis proved... Tell us you. Are you sure? So Geldis' plan worked, eh? Of
course.
Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it.
Jalan
Good
can only
luck.
carry I don't
Did you find any? Then we finally have them. All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice.
Since the Severin family, or whoever they were, turned out to be criminals, their property is now forfeit. As Counselor, I hereby award you Severin Manor, and everything contained within. You've earned your citizenship here, and I hope you'll consider staying with us as a member of our community.
And with that, our mission was complete, and we even got a new house. Then we immediately ran back home to continue building our empire.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, there once was a hero named...
So we headed back home, did our chores, got some rest, and then after that we went to Bleak Falls Barrow because we needed to buy a house in Whiterun. We accidentally bought the wrong house before.
I got this from a pretty excited-looking dark elf around Raven Rock. He said it was important I got it to you as soon as I could. Looks like that's it.
We got this note from the courier. Then we turned in the quest inside of the Riverwood trader.
The Riverwood trader is ever... You found it! There it is! Unbelievable! Here, this is for you.
Then to Whiterun to buy a home.
Splendid. There's a house available. Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home. I'll be glad to help you.
Now we headed to Falkreath so we could buy a home with a lot of
It's
planners.
them to stop paying me. Here, you deserve a reward for your service. You know what? I like you. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in Falkreath Hold.
There's no house available, but I could sell you a fine piece of land where you could build your own house. You won't regret it. Here's the title to your step. Follow the road east from Falkreath, then north at the crossroads. Turn left just past Pine Watch.
And now you could see where this mod really shines. We had got our first shipments of ore and our first cut from the East Empire Trading Company. Now we can take all of this ore and turn it into jewelry and gear. Next we went and built our home. Then to hire a blacksmith to run our forge.
You a fighting man? How about a little bet? Okay, you talk me into it.
Then we headed home to check out our new greenhouse and fill all the planters. After that, we did this really long quest that we got from a creation where we had to literally go all around the map and find different books. But finally it accumulated to us getting this horse, which was really good because we could summon it. And that helps running around the map and doing all of our loops. Here's how the horse came out. And now for the final expansion for this episode of the run. We came to the Golden Hills farm so we could expand our plots and our potion empire. We began quickly clearing out the farm and finishing the quest.
Hi there. Thanks a lot. Here, take this for all your hard work.
And now the farm was ours. This was going to get us some consistent money and tons of plots so we can make some really expensive potions. So we began filling the plots and setting up the farm.
Don't worry.
Building it along the way. Now I did lose footage of this, but we ended up getting a new follower named Maxima, and we made Findale our steward to the farm.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Very good, sir.
Then we used all of our ingredients to start making our potions and leveling up. And with that, I think we'll wrap up the first episode of this run. We got a lot accomplished. We got married. We got a farm. So like and subscribe, and the next episode will be coming soon.